Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. This is the brother Shamak with the Great Millstone Cleveland branch. I want to start off by, of course, giving our honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, Ruwa, and Teachwell. Shalom to everybody tuning in, listening, and learning. Getting this edification from several brothers doing this ministry from the four corners of the earth. And, just getting right to it, every once in a while, get on that destruction that's getting ready to happen to Babylon the Great, which is America. And we know it's gonna be via the missiles. The Lord's created arrows that He has given to these heathen nations, so for the day of judgment. Now we're gonna start off with Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 14. It says, "But put yourselves in array against Babylon round about." Right, so basically like preparing to an attacking position against Babylon the Great. When you go round about something in the midst of warfare, that's called besieging. And we know that America ain't got no walls. So it's gonna be a horrific judgment that's gonna befall America. And it ain't gonna be no way that it can defend itself. It says, "All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows." And in this specific verse, it's talking about the missiles, man. Because, it's a different type of warfare now. It ain't the same warfare that was fought during the Grecian Empire, where you had, or those ancient empires where you had to have elephants and, different animals to compensate for tanks and, things of that nature. You had, it was a different level of warfare. This warfare that we dealing with now is more cowardice. The enemies are more undercover behind a computer screen, controlling the drones and things of that nature. It's not the same warfare that you would. Matter of fact, we're gonna get that. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." So this ain't gonna be the same old warfare that's been, in the ancient times, trying to confuse your opponent, by sound so that you can, attack them when the time is right with your spear or knife. This warfare is going to be fought with fuel and fire, which is the missiles. It says, "Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow." Right, so the bows is going to be the arrows is going to be coming from all around, and they just going to be coming from one area. It says, "Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord." Right, and this is going to be a great judgment for Babylon the Great, for the sin that she committed against the Lord. I'm thinking of something. I don't know if it's Obadiah. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 5. It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God have remembered her iniquities." Right, so her sin, is getting too high. She that sin is getting too high, and it's time for it to be paid. It's time to pay for all of those iniquities, all the wrongdoings against the Lord, first and foremost, but also the apple of His eye. everybody gonna have to be rewarded. And the scripture tell you in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11, it says because, bear with me, this might be Satan. Okay, yeah, that was Satan. This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil, right? And then in the elites, the top bankers, who hearts is privily set on somebody slipping and falling, dying in a car crash or something, they heart is fully set to do evil. They don't in their mind it's like, hey, the Lord ain't here. We can just continue to stack this wickedness up to the sky. The Lord ain't gonna judge us right away. So here it is, you got sin upon sin. You even causing our people to sin. The scriptures say they which lead thee, destroy thy paths, paraphrasing, cause thee to err. This devil causing our people just to go astray from the one and only true power that we serve. It has to be a punishment for this, man. And throughout time and time again, the Lord has allowed these heathen to get up over the nation of Israel. But when it was time for these heathen to, basically give it up, they ain't want to do it, and the Lord starts sending them judgments. I'm thinking about Antiochus Epiphanes. The Lord gave him all that power, and he did all that wicked stuff, and the Lord just, the Lord made him regret what he did, man. The Lord made him, he used him to judge the nation of Israel. Then the Lord made him basically regret what he did and have pity upon the nation of Israel at the end, because the Lord basically gave him a sickness that nobody could bear the smell of. It was so bad, that he couldn't even bear the own smell of his own death. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wanted to be around him because basically like the stench from his illness was extremely bad. And that's the judgment of the Lord. You don't want to play with the Lord, man. Because the greatest judgment that the earth is going to ever see is going to be those missiles touching down on Babylon the Great and other areas. This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse 2. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, right? So, like just like how the morning spread when that sun light start spreading over the different areas of the world. You know what I'm saying? The light's so powerful that even before you can physically see the sun peeking up over the sky, it still be light. Like, it's the dark blue sky starts to turn turquoise. That's how the missile's gonna be. They gonna get up in the air, and they gonna be it's gonna be bright when they explode, and they gonna be like stars in the air. It says a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as a morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Right? And this great people is not talking about the actual people, it's talking about the missiles. A fire devours before them, right? Because when something falls into the atmosphere, it catches a fire like a meteor. It's gonna catch fire. It says a fire burning. It says and behind them a flame burneth, right? Because that propulsion system is gonna be pushing the missile down to the ground and up into the air and down to the ground. It says the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. All right, so everything before them, before the missiles touch down, is gonna be, it's gonna be like the Garden of Eden. It's gonna be everything, you know how the world is, it's all pretty and stuff. Especially, when you shine light upon something, it gets even more attractive. You're gonna have the light from the missiles. And but after those missiles touch down, then what? It's gonna be like it's gonna be like desolation. It says, yeah, and nothing shall escape them. All right, so nothing is gonna be able to escape those missiles. The scriptures say that the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Everything is an element, a particle, if you want to get scientific. All right, it's gonna melt. It says, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run, like the noise of chariots. On the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble. And it says, as the strong people set in battle array, right? So these are the arrows of the Lord. Set in battle array, meaning they got that armor. You got tech plates all over these flames of fire. These nuclear warheads. It says, before their face, people shall be much pain, right? Before the face of the missiles, people gonna be in pain. Because they already gonna know what's about to come. All faces shall gather blackness. People gonna be pale. Full of terror of the Lord. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his ways. And they shall not break their rank, meaning the Lord ain't going to allow these missiles to crash into each other. One missile going to go before the other. The other missile going to go before the other. It's going to be in order. It's going to be, the Lord going to put the missiles in a pattern. Neither shall they thrust one another. They shall walk every one in his path. Right. The Lord's going to have every missile in that missile's correct order. Prepared to attack. None hitting each other. It says, neither shall one thrust one another. That lets you know that these are the Lord's missiles. Cause you're gonna have these these devils gonna do everything in their power to try to save their country, save America. They gonna shoot missiles at missiles. They gonna try shooting missiles at. They gonna try shooting nuclear warheads at nuclear missiles. But like it say in this precept, neither shall one thrust another. So the Lord ain't even gonna allow that. Lord might, basically like turn the missiles that they shoot at the missiles in the air right back down against them. It's gonna be a brutal judgment, man, and you ain't gonna be able to escape, man. But I'm gonna end it with that. Lord's willing, to edifying the water. Yahweh Shem Shah for giving me the spiritual lessons. And next time I say Shalom, Kwame, Shalom.